Time for some more FF2, Final Fantasy 2, the original Final Fantasy 2, not that Final Fantasy 4 stuff. We'll get to that at some point, I'm sure. We are starting to culminate the journey here. I've basically grinded up off camera our levels for literally everything. So we're going to be like flying through battles today. But we kind of need to because there's a lot to do over this episode. And I would like to finish this series like in the next 2 episodes. So this one and the next one. As such, the episodes are going to be a little bit longer. There's a lot to do because I want to get started on other games as well. So let's begin. We are here outside of Finn, which we overtook finally last time. We got the white mask, and we have to search for another mask. So I think the first thing we need to do is go find our boat, which we left down here south of Altair, which we may not even need to go back to anytime soon. But yeah, like I'm level 16, like everything, except for Layla, because she's not a permanent party member. Spoiler alert. But we're going to go ahead and get in the boat, and we're going to go to that island in the south part of the map. So let's head there now. But you're going to see me just absolutely melting through enemies. That is by design because I mean, obviously, this is a game that's very exploitable if you have the patience to do it. I think they made it even more so in some ways with the pixel remaster, just because you could turn on boosts and whatnot. And actually, I probably need to set some of those back. So let me take a quick look here and make sure. Yeah, I want my gil, definitely my tribute boost, all that stuff. I want that turned back on. Everything else is normal back at the defaults. Let's head to this island in the south, where we will be looting, spelunking, if you will, all of the things. As we head into the unknown island. I don't remember if it has a name, and if it's so, I don't remember what it's called, but we'll find out here shortly. If it has one. A couple more sea monsters to take care of first. We have plenty of gil still, despite several trips at the end, about 30,000. Here we are at the island. Tropical Island, it's called. So let's take a look. We have plenty of treasures to get. So we'll be cutting through enemies as quickly as we possibly can in order to get all of these great items. Where's the steps downstairs? Okay, they are to the north. The good thing is, when you have multiple hits like this, you can generally attack these enemies that are usually only vulnerable to magic, especially with the Ripper, which does bonus damage after the fact. So these aren't really holding us up either, although we can cast magic if we need to. And we're going to be fighting a lot of them. Let's see, are they... I think these might be weak to Blizzard. Let's find out. So we have Blizzard, like... No, they're not. They're not weak to Blizzard. Okay. We'll try something else next time. Eye potion. We can't hold anymore. Well, hold on. Can we, like, get rid of one? That's how we do it. Oh, I guess maybe we just lost it. Okay. What about thunder? I want to see what's weak to what here. Okay, the red ones are certainly weak to thunder. We know that. We have a bunch of ether, so I'm not worried about using magic to dispatch these guys quickly. Looks like the yellow ones don't really have that much health, so they're not a huge problem. Yeah, without the map, this can be very tedious to get through, but luckily we have that feature. That's another Pixel Remaster thing they did. They're like, oh, we'll just give you a map in every single dungeon, which, you know, probably makes it a little bit too easy in some regards, but, like, I don't think there's a whole lot of people that are buying the Pixel Remasters having never played at least some of the original versions, in my opinion. I mean, I guess there are people buying them. I don't know how many people are playing completely through the game, because I just feel like if you haven't played the early Final Fantasies, this is going to be a dead end here if I go that way, you're not going to start by playing the old ones with weird mechanics that are kind of paced slow, don't have voice acting, don't have real cutscenes like CGI, have this kind of 16-bit, 8-bit aura to them. I just don't think you're going to do that. So, you know, I don't know. Is it really that bad to put a map there? You probably just want to... You're probably just doing a replay anyway. And you just want to see what changes did they make in between versions of the games. At least that's kind of how I did it. When they put out the Pixel Remasters a few years ago, for the first 6 games, I think I played through all 6 in order pretty quickly, like within a couple months, just because for the most part I was quite familiar with, I won't say all of them. I was certainly not that familiar with 6, which is surprising because a lot of people would say that's one of the top 3, if not the best one, but I had actually never played 6 prior to a couple years ago. The other 5 I've played multiple times. And yeah, as part of the series, we will be playing Final Fantasy mainline games that I have not yet played. And I don't intend on playing them, like, beforehand. Like, when we get to them, you'll see. I'm specifically talking about 9 and 12 and 16. I have not played those. Also 11, but we really don't count that one. It's an online game. But who knows? You never know. I might be convinced to play it. It really just depends. Alright, we're done with this floor, it looks like. And we're going to head here where we have... Okay, there's 4 more chests, it looks like. Oh, there's a lot of steps. Okay, I kind of remember the layout here. It's very different. Because we could go and get all the chests immediately, but I think it's going to make more sense to probably hit up these steps first. There's some branching paths that we'll want to check. So we can get rid of these stunners and were-rats. And we'll move up. We're going to be hearing this music a lot, both the battle music and the dungeon music. Here's our first treasure chest. Sleep grass. Okay. And then we're going to just go ahead and continue on here. We're not going to necessarily go get the other chests right now. We're going to go down these steps instead. And this should take us to another... Well, we're definitely going to use magic on these guys. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Oh, it's so satisfying when a plan comes together like that. Alright, spider silk. Hold on. I think we're going to use warp and go back because I think I misfollowed the walkthrough again. We wanted to go... Let me look at this. So we got... follow the linear path and you'll end up near a bit of what seems to be like a thorny field. In its northwest corner, some sleep. Use the steps to the south. Okay, we did that. This will take you to a linear B3F dead end. Where some spider silks like go south from it along the path beyond the stairs keys. Okay, so it's saying this is very weird how this is worded. And I'm worried that we're going to get lost again, and we can't really afford to do that right now because this is going to be a long episode already. So let's... We'll see what's happening here. It looks like, so far it looks like I'm following the right path, but am I is the question. Yeah, we are. Okay. Yes. Okay. We're where we need to be. We're where we need to be. All right. This is the hidden village here. They are all wearing masks. They said, look at your weird face. Why are you not wearing a mask? What have we here? Where are you coming from? Look, yeah, so they don't really speak good English. This guy's a different mask on. He says, what can I do for you? It looks like he sells some stuff. Nothing I'm super interested in. Yeah, really nothing at all. This is a bunch of weirdos here. Okay. Pretty cool area, but yeah. All right. Let's head back. And we can use the warp function multiple times to quickly do that so that we don't have to spend a bunch of time. All right, we're back on second floor here. We're gonna go to the east now. We have a chest over here. More of these stupid enemies. We're dealing with plenty of those today. We have a Scourge Tome. We do not yet have this spell. Let's equip it on our boy Furion. He's got room for like one more spell. A lot of rats. A lot of rats in this cave. Rats and goo. Alright, what do we have in this one? This is a blind tome. I feel like I'm gonna save blind for somebody else. If Leon ever comes back, we'll give it to him. Just so many rats, dude. It's crazy. There's another Scourge Tomb. Let's give that one to Maria. And we're looking for... yeah, one... it looks like... there's really only one path to go here, so let's go grab this other chest. Definitely going to use Thunder here. I think Scourge is a poison spell, essentially. It does damage, like non-elemental damage, but then can also potentially poison the enemies, which is cool. Can be useful. I feel like usually I pick it up a lot earlier, like usually like someone drops it by now. So I'm kind of surprised we're getting it this late in the game. And another blind tome, which we don't really need. Let's go to the only logical place to go next, which is down this other set of steps. A lot of twin heads, conjoined twins over here we're fighting. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. There is a chest to the south of us. We will grab that. It's just some garlic. Okay. And then it looks like we have to go around. We'll fight some poison toads, who looks like they themselves are susceptible to poison, which is nice. Can't wait till I never have to deal with these guys again. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of dungeon hopping and fighting today. This is the next 2 episodes, while story heavy, will also be combat heavy. I'll try to make them as entertaining as I can with my amazing charisma. But I'm just giving you fair warning in advance here. Where are we? I think we want to go to the south one. Oh my god, these guys. Wow. Okay. Let's head up these stairs first. Treasure chest. These guys are really doing a number on my magic points here. Hopefully we'll be gaining max capacity. We got monsters. These ones we can cast fire on. Let's see what they drop. In addition to 1,000 gil, we get a phoenix down. Okay. Just gonna warp here. Head to this other one. Many staircases and entrances in this dungeon can make it challenging. Pretty straightforward path here we're taking. Luckily we're getting a break from all the jellies. There they are. I miss my friends. Wow. I think we're still going to have to do some more backtracking. I don't think we're quite at the end of the dungeon yet. We're definitely getting closer. 3 chests here and a dead end. We'll see if there's anything good in them. I doubt it. Sleep grass. Monsters. Okay, we've obviously fought these enemies already a million times now, so I'm not concerned. They drop a Gaia drum, which I believe casts Quake. Yeah, it summons an earthquake, which I don't think Quake is actually a spell in this game, so pretty cool that you can do it via an item. Okay, I think we can now warp back. All right. So now, where do we want to go? There's still a chest up there. Let's go grab that. We're back on B4. You guys are all back. Might have to give my main character an ether at some point. He's running kind of low on magic. Not where I'm concerned, but... I mean, we bought a bazillion of them. I think we'll be okay if we need to expend one. God forbid we actually use an item that the game gives us or that is easily obtainable rather than hoarding them, which I think is just how a lot of people play these games, honestly. 1,000 gil. Okay. All right. Let's head down this path. Having that warp function is very nice for this. Death Idol. In this case, we don't really need to use it because it's right here. Now we need to go to the last staircase that we did not investigate. And that should lead us to our ultimate destination here in the tropical island. We'll see what, if anything, is going to await us at the end. A sleep tome. I don't have any use for that right now. And let's see what lies beyond this door. This looks like a behemoth. Edgar mask, guy says. It roars at us. Oh no, this isn't a behemoth. This is a... Oh, it's several bighorns. I think we can handle this. We've been fighting these, like, already in this dungeon, even. This is not really what I would consider a boss fight. But it looks like they are guarding the black mask. So that's a thing. Also, 4,000 gil. Thank you. So we now have both masks. All right. And what's back here? An exit. Oh, 2 more wild horns, of course. That's fun. Let's go ahead and take this. We'll take our leave from this dungeon. And I think now we need to put these masks to good use. All right, let's head back to Mysidia. That's the town we were at a couple episodes ago that we really didn't talk to anybody in. We're going to talk to people this time. Well, I did some shopping there, but other than that, we didn't really interact with anyone. This, of course, is the mage town that was spoke of. If you remember, we have to go up here through this inlet. Fighting many a sea monster on the way. The whole goal that we're trying to do here is find the ultimatome, obviously. You guys are in the overworld too? Ridiculous. that'll work. Money should not be an issue, though, so that's good at least. In we go. I'm going to stop the inn. No pun intended. 691 gil pocket change, baby. We got all kinds of money. All right, let's talk to some people. We've many ancient texts in our town. Please browse them at your leisure. These are 3 artifacts protect the seal on the tower, okay? I believe it is as you say, the time to break the tower seal is upon us. Dude, I did not say anything. You want to break the seal on the tower? Yes, I agree. This is the time. We will do nothing to stop you. You must first collect the 2 masks, then travel to a certain cave somewhere on this continent. Within, you should find a crystal rod, an artifact you will need if you were to enter the tower. Okay. A very small island lies in the middle of the sea. There you'll find the black mask. Yeah, we got that part. We got that already. And then what about... There's some steps going down. We'll check those out. A statue of a goddess is enshrined beneath the city. She watches over the crystal rods. Some time ago, a wizard named Minwu passed through town on his way to the tower. You'd best hurry after him. Okay. What's down here? Looks like it's a statue. The statue beams with a beatific smile. Okay. Let's use a mask. We're going to use the white mask. Let's do that one. You place the white mask on the statue. Okay. So there's more to be done. Let's get out of here. We don't really ultimately spend a lot of time there. Let's see. Yeah. So we need to... We're going to be walking a little bit here. Probably fighting a lot of these idiots on the way. I think these ones got to be weak to fire, I would think. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep heading on. Fire will work against these guys as well. I intend on using a cottage before we do anything. We're going to head around the spirally mountains, killing everything in our path. Getting all kinds of gil that we probably won't really ever need to use again. Oh, yeah, definitely cast fire on these guys. I don't want an incident. So it sounds like we need to find this crystal rod. So let's do another really long dungeon. First let's take care of these guys. Hopefully less annoying enemies in here, but let's be honest, there's probably going to be a ton of them. All right, let's head in. We are in the cave of Mysidia. First thing we want to do is head west and upstairs. Well, Marlboros, we're seeing those now. And there is a gold hairpin. Okay. There's going to be a lot of doors, a lot of steps again. We did use that cottage, though, so we're good on that. So I'm thinking a fire thunder combo is what we're going to have to deal with these guys, right? Red seems to be weak to thunder. Black seems to be weak to fire. These are things I'm just trying to kind of remember here. Oh wait, we passed it. We got some black garb. And now we're going to see a doppelganger of ourselves. And the doppelganger is motionless. The purity of Furion's heart is stifling the defiled heart of the creature. We can't talk to it, but we can throw the black mask on it. Now, this would not work if we did not already place the white mask, so it's a good thing we did that first. Okay. Let's continue on into the cave proper. I should have just used fire on these guys. I don't know what I was thinking. It's okay, we'll kill them eventually. Nice, okay. Ooh, some brains. We have so much money right now that we don't even need. It's crazy. Okay, fire. A power staff. All right. Now we should be able to... Yep, there's a secret entrance there, which gives us the Flame Lance. So far, so good here in the Mysidian Cave. Plenty of items. We haven't equipped any of them. We haven't needed to. We're just burning through enemies like crazy. Which is fine by me. Okay, I think, alright. Right, interception. Okay, yeah, I think we want to go down this way. Forget how big this cave actually is. We're gonna find out today, I guess. A lot of undead enemies walking the basement here. Perfect. Alright, we passed through another hidden entrance. Very nice. We're ambushed. I'm going to cast fire on these guys. Burn! An ice bow. Okay. Things that we've already encountered in the game that we're not going to use. It's all about that completion, baby. There are achievements for getting every treasure chest and everything in the bestiary. That's not really anything I'm trying to do, but... Oh, a flying ray. This is new. Yeah, I want to go grab this chest down here for sure. It's monsters. It's bombs. Fire will work well here for us. Have it at max level. It still doesn't kill them at max level, but then again, our magic attributes on our characters probably are not at max level. Or, you know, 99 or 255, whatever the number is. We're gonna pass this door here. Let's cast some spells, see if we can get rid of these guys a little bit quicker. That may have proven to be a mistake. Well, I don't know. It got rid of them about the same amount of time. It did leave us vulnerable to get attacked, so probably not the best idea. These ones we will cast magic on. These stairwells are always fun. Okay. I think we want to go... This looks pretty linear. I think these guys, yeah, they definitely absorb magic, but we can one-hit kill them with Guy and Layla, so that's not a problem. Okay, up the steps and around. Oh, a Death Flower and a Rios and a Ghost. These are all new enemies, actually. Giving us all kinds of fun toys and money. Beautiful. We love it. Can't hold any more potions. That's a shame. There's 3 doors up ahead. Let's go through the second one. Oh, we're ambushed. This could be interesting. Don't cast bad breath. Don't cast bad breath. Don't cast bad breath. Oh, 3 chests. Gotta love a nice 3 chests. Bell of Silence, Phoenix Down, and Gold Needle. Alright, now that we've explored those, the other 2 are just kind of dead ends. Probably could have just used one spell there instead of two. Doesn't matter. We gotta be getting close, I think. Alright, first things first, let's grab this chest. Man, there's a lot of these Marlboros here. They gotta be named after the cigarette brand, right? Like, I know it's spelled slightly different, but I think that's what they're going for. Monsters, ghosts, yeah, let's cast fire. These are probably not much to mess around with here. Oh, they got a lot of health, these guys. We're gonna have to cast it twice. And we have a Drain Tome. This is a spell that we have not yet done anything with. A good candidate for Guy. Which will basically absorb HP, I think, and give it to your character. Right. Back up to the steps here. I ain't afraid of no ghosts or their flower buddies. 4,200 gil. Now there is a treasure chest up here. I think we have to walk through a wall again. So where is the wall? Go grab these ones first. Yeah, we're like 45 minutes in, basically, and we've done nothing but dungeons. Which is, appropriate. High potion. High potion. We can't hold anymore. Ether. Potion. We can't hold anymore. Okay. And then we'll grab this last, treasure down here. A mini tome, we already have that. And there are just so many monsters in this part of the game. Okay, so we've got, where were we at? Oh, I see where we need to go. All the way around. Oh my god, these guys. Come on, dude. One of them actually ran away. I've never seen that happen before with the Marlboro. Maybe they'll do it again. I would guess that that door is our next destination. I think it might be our final destination when it comes to this particular dungeon. So fear not, we will be escaping the Mysidian cave here soon. Not a moment too soon. I'm sick of seeing groups of very tanky enemies that, you know. Now imagine if we weren't leveled up to this extent, how long we would be in this dungeon. I'm just gonna, let's see if we can eliminate them with some spells. Very nice. All right, through the door we go. 3 more chests, a Drain Tome, an Osmos Tome. More of these guys. Osmos is like Drain, but for magic. Let me see who I want to put that on. We'll put it on Guy. This will actually be his last spell slot. And then here we have the Crystal Rod, baby! Get us the hell out of this dungeon! You will use teleport to do so. Very fun. Alright, now that we have that, we're going to head back to Mysidia. There's more to be done. Definitely want to head back there and, at the very least, stay at the inn. We have almost 200,000 gil right now. Wonder if I could just cast... What happens if I cast Fire and Thunder on these guys? We're gonna see. Probably not worth the magic costs there for that. Our friend the Killer Mantis. We dealt with an entire floor of this guy earlier. Oh, werewolves. We haven't seen this combination. Werewolves and imps. Uh-oh. They cast Confuse 16. That means we just killed one of our own characters. Oof. Yeah, that's not good. You gotta watch out. That's one of the more dangerous spells in the game. Luckily, we have life 16, so... Life 360. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... get one more in-stay in. And then we're gonna head to the Mysidian Tower proper. Which I believe if we look on the map... well, I need to get onto the world map first. Is right above us, that little circular thing. So we'll need to actually a lot of traveling here. We're gonna have to travel all the way to because we have to use the boat to get there. We gotta travel all the way back towards Altair. At this point, I think I'm going to turn random encounters off until we get there. We're not really leveling up at this point. We don't need money. And this is just a lot of backtracking, so I will turn this back on once we get to where we actually need to be. Just to save a few minutes of time here. Now, I'll turn it back on, obviously, before we get into a dungeon. But, there's a lot on our plate today on the agenda, so I want to make sure we get to all of it. Like I said, a significantly longer episode than we've yet seen. And for good reason. Now's probably a good time to unequip Layla. She'll be leaving the party. Like so. And we're getting swallowed up by a giant black hole. Farian asks, where are we? Layla is missing. We are in Leviathan. We're here. We want to avoid the toxic kind of floor there, the orange stuff. Shouldn't be too bad. This is a pretty linear area. Let's turn encounters back on. We'll be fighting a lot of, you know, things that you would find in a giant beast's stomach. Mainly sea monsters. We'll have to do this without a fourth party member, so. Couldn't just be a straight beeline into the Mysidian Tower. We had to do this. There's a twist headband. Pretty useful piece of equipment, I think, that can make you stronger. We don't really need that right now. We'll save that, and when we get another break in combat, maybe we'll reevaluate our equipment. I guess the orange stuff isn't taking as much damage as I thought. Power Sash, another useful piece of equipment. We may investigate when all is said and done here. I think this dungeon is rather short. It's nothing like what we've just been through. And we go through the interestingly shaped door onto the second floor. So there's actually people here. We can talk to them, and we will. First, we're going to grab that power armlet. Let's go talk to everybody. We're inside Leviathan's stomach. You guys just live here? You got bookshelves and stuff. This is crazy. Leviathan swallowed us all. This guy says, new arrivals, eh? So who are you? Okay. We're going to ask about dragoons. He said he is a dragoon. They've all been destroyed. That's absurd. We ask him about wyverns, and he says, wyverns, what about them? What's with you people? Mysidia, he's been to it. It's a town full of mages, and let's ask him about the ultimatum. He said, where'd you hear about that? Okay. Maybe we show him the crystal rod. And the man who is known as Ricard says, you guys were also after the ultimatum when you got swallowed up. Since we're looking for the same thing, we might as well team up. There's a boat up ahead, but there's also one tough monster standing in our way. Who knows? Together we might be able to take it down. And the dragoon Ricard has joined us. So we weren't without a fourth party member for long. And what's back here? Swallowed whole. Yes. Right when Leviathan opens its mouth, there's a second where he could escape, but there's just too many monsters. Okay. Down here. This is just great, isn't it? Are we supposed to live out the rest of our lives in here? The answer is yes. 10 years. This guy's been here for 10 years. He said there's no way out. I'm sure of it. The sooner you give up and accept it, the easier it'll be. Leviathan is the beast that protects the seal of the tower. It looks like it swallows up anyone who has a crystal rod. And he says he's got a crystal rod right here. None of this would have ever happened if it were for that old man and his stupid crystal rod. So, okay. Well, interesting. So let's check on Ricard here. He's pretty good with the sword. Pretty good with the shield. I don't know if he has magic. Doesn't look like it. I mean, he's got some pretty decent equipment. Probably don't need to really mess with him. Alright, and we've got 2 chests here, it looks like. We'll go grab both of those. It's still toxic, so we've got to be careful. Looks like we're in the mouth of the beast now. Chest number 1 has a Gaia blade. That sounds like a good piece of equipment. And we have some monsters here, because of course we do. I think we could pretty much just physically attack these and it'll be no big deal. Oh, they cast Scourge. Oh, they're casting all kinds of shit on us. We don't want any of this. Diamond shield, very nice. All right, let's head to the exit. What I assume is the exit. I mean, I see a boat, so I'm assuming we got rid of one ship because it was devoured, and we're gonna get another one right here once we fight a roundworm. Make it past this thing, and we can get the hell out of here on that boat. So this is our boss. Let's go ahead and cast some defensive magic. I'm not sure how strong this guy is, but it never hurts to cast Protect and Show. I mean, we've trained them up, obviously. It's like it's pretty beefy. Oh, yeah, yeah. One hit kill on poor Ricard there. Now I think we can attack. This knife is doing really good damage on him. And Ricard, you suck. Get on my level, bro. Alright, we got him. And we get 3,000 gil. Bring this dude back to life real quick. And let's get on this ship, I guess. And we have ourselves a ship. And if we go north, we have ourselves a tower. This is the Tower of City. Sorry, that probably cut off. This is the Tower of City. I was trying to do a save and I hit pause too quickly. I said this is a long episode. This is a long dungeon. Just so you're aware. But we're powered up pretty well. We'll try to get through it as quickly as we possibly can while also grabbing all the treasure. Believe it or not, I actually went a little bit longer on the last episode to try and cut some time off of this one, but I think this is still going to be long. All right, this is it. Here we go. Tower of City time, baby. Let's go in. All right. We're going to open the door, hopefully, here with the crystal rod and the masks and all the things. And in we go. All right, back to it. Let's go start grabbing items. We'll be encountering a ton of enemies in here. I'm going to start using the diagonal function a little bit, just because I feel like we kind of have to at this point, right? I mean, the game gives us that ability. Let's use it. We're not trying to level up. We're pretty well leveled up. So I think at this point, I'm just making an executive decision that if we can traverse diagonally, then we should. It saves us a little bit of time. Not much, but, you know, a little bit. All right. Looks like there's one over here we might have missed. Red Souls and Black Flan, our favorite. Have to use some magic on these, I'm afraid. One should be good. So, pretty much garbage in these. There is another chest nearby that we have to walk through a wall to get to, so we'll go do that real quick before we head up. And it's a white robe, which, again, is magic equipment that we could use to boost our soul stats. Now, there will be several boss fights here. This is not the final dungeon of the game. I know it's gonna play out like it is, but it is not. I can assure you. And as we go, let me get adjusted here. As we go through all of these floors, they're going to start to be thematic. So I don't want to make too many Final Fantasy 1 references, being as that we haven't played it this series, but if you kind of remember the temple, the last dungeon in Final Fantasy 1, how you start to revisit elemental themes from the rest of the game as far as what enemies you encounter. That's kind of what we're dealing with here. Okay? So we have to go back this way. So right now we're dealing with a bunch of fire enemies, or at least maybe things you would expect to see, you know, strength-wise at a fire temple, even though this game doesn't really have elemental temples. Oh, someone is poisoned. It's Ricard. And even the items that we're finding are going to be I'm just sorry, I'm like ugh. Some of these paragraphs are running together, but I think we're okay. Ricard is confused. He's been charmed. Same as confused, basically. It's okay, we'll kill these enemies before he has a chance to do something stupid, and it wears off after battle, so. Flame shield, okay. Backtracking we go. A lot of maze-like paths in this temple or tower as well, which are, you know, annoying, but actually we got to go through this area. Like, I could turn random encounters off. Nothing's stopping me from doing that. But I feel like we owe it to ourselves to at least complete the dungeon like we're playing the game here. I don't want to just rush through it. It's not a speed run. I mean, obviously I'm anxious to be done with this game so that we can move on to whatever the next one is. Which, I'll be honest, I haven't even really determined what the next one is. I don't have a particular order, so to speak. But we want to go to the westernmost door. It should warp us to the middle of the room. And then we can go here to the bottom of the steps. And we should see a chest over to the east. The Devil's Bloom will attack us. I'm not scared. A flame sword awaits us in there. Now we can head up these steps. Grab both of these. So I don't think you can get encounters on the damage tiles, but I think that it kind of creates a backlog, so to speak. So if you're on them for a while, like the first time you hit land, so to speak, you're generally going to be in an encounter. I think is how that works. There's some flame armor, again, with the flame stuff and the flame helm. Yeah, you can see as soon as I stepped on there, boom. Okay. Let's go through this door, and we're going to be greeted with our first boss battle. You made good progress, but you must defeat me if you wish to continue your ascent. It So it begins, and it looks like a Gigas of the fire variety. So, it goes without saying. We're gonna cast Blizzard on this dude. Blizzard 16 should do quite a bit of damage. Taking him out in one hit. Was not expecting that, but we'll gladly take it. Lovely for us. He gives us 900 gil with his last breath. Alright, now we're on to floor number 4. We got an ice shield. Up the steps we go. Another path awaits. A lot of vampire girls, a lot of goth chicks here. Are they gonna spit in our potion? Oh my. Alright. We got the ice lance. Let's go ahead and use warp to go back down a floor. Ooh, basilisks. We love those. I don't know why. I just think they're cool looking. You only see one of their eyes, though. The ice gloves. Let's keep it rolling here. Again, I don't know why I casted this twice. We haven't learned our lesson, obviously. Be good to bust out some of these many potions and high potions we have. That's better. Looks like there's one more chest. This has been... Okay, he's poisoned. This has been a much easier floor to get through than the fire ones. I think because it's not as... there's a little bit more wide open space. I'm sure that will change, but... we're getting just hammered by these guys. Oh boy, we're confused. Alright, so, okay. I was gonna say it wore off. I was getting ready to cast Asuna on him. That's why we have 2 characters that have that spell. Ace armor. Yeah. I think we just go up these steps now. Ambush, you say. I didn't mean to fully commit into the auto attack here, but whatever. Up we go. Getting gloomy outside. I want to make sure that it's not going to like thunderstorm in the middle of all this. I'm going to be like super pissed if I have to do all this over again. Legit hear thunder outside though? Alright, I'm looking for the chest. Okay, so we'll take a shortcut through. I call it a shortcut because it's just going to cut down on the amount of battles we have. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, actually, that's probably a good thing that I did because of the bombs. Ooh, that's going to sting. Not too big of an issue, though. I mean, we're gaining HP, so that's good. Let's see what's in this final chest of this map. Or floor, rather, not map. We still got... Don't worry, we still got quite a ways to go here. but it's pretty straightforward. Let's head in here and we find another mage. He says, you made good progress, but you must defeat me if you wish to continue your ascent. Can you not say anything different? You guys all have to speak the same thing. That's just laziness, guys. That's just very lazy. This is the Ice Gigas. I think it would be in our best interest, especially since we have a preemptive strike, to cast fire. I imagine we have a preemptive strike because his transformation into a Gigas is so choreographed and telegraphed that we're just like, oh, we might as well get ready to battle him. We know he's going to turn into one, as the last guy did. Right. Now we're in imp mode. Okay, we don't want to fall here. I don't know if we can or not, but let's just assume that we can and not fall. Awful lot of bombs here. Love seeing some undead. That makes that a little bit easy to kill. Not going to deal with these two though. Chimeras are pretty hardy when it comes to elemental magic, I think. Oh, I didn't mean to cast fire there. I accidentally hit the auto battle button again. Okay, well hopefully this Terra Marlboro doesn't kill us. We got good shield skills, we're fine. We got the wizard staff. And more of these super annoying jelly food enemies. Probably at about, honestly, the halfway point of this dungeon, I'm thinking. Oh, preemptive strike, we love that. And these guys they take a lot of damage, and they just keep going. One chest done. We got one just to the north of us. Let's head that way. Cast one fire spell for the undead. And then we want to... Not this store. We need to go to the one in the northwest corner. So really not too much good loot here so far. I mean, there is comparatively to like a lot of other stuff in the game, but not necessarily compared to the equipment we already have on, so it's a wash for me. Now, I think we're going to have a boss fight here, and I don't necessarily know if this one's going to have an elemental weakness. He's going to say the same exact thing as the first two, and then he is going to... Well, he has an interesting transformation, at least. I do think this one is weak to poison. Now, we haven't leveled up poison, so this could backfire on us, but we're gonna use it. I mean, it does a little bit of damage. It's kind of hoping it actually poisoned him. We may have to just concentrate on attacking. That might be the play here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, he's strong, dude. I don't know. I mean, we can brute force it, but like, I don't think I want to do that. I think increase the number of attacks. That seems like a good idea. Raise his attack. I think there we go. This should will cast Berserk and Haste on our characters, which will give us quite a bit more damage. Quite a bit more damage, and we should now be able to just kill him pretty quickly. Thank you. 1500 gil. All right. Okay, this is an interesting setup. Let's go north, because I do see a treasure chest that we're gonna want. Let's heal up here. We're good to just attack these guys. I know we had Gatos before as a boss in one of the areas, but he was pretty straightforward. The Devil's Bloom, not a big deal. What's behind this chest, you may ask? Good question. First, let's get what the enemies drop, which is another Ripper. That's huge. We got a Flare Tome, which is probably the second best spell in the game, next to, of course, the Ultimate Tome. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this on, let's put this on Furion. If we get another one, I'll put it on Maria. I think there are multiple ones, but anyway, let's go. Let's continue on. I think this is the path we want to go to here. Obviously, we do not have Flare leveled up, but just let's try it out. If these don't kill everything, we'll see what Flare does. Yeah, it basically did jack shit. That's fine. It'll get leveled up eventually, and we'll just melt enemies with it. Stairs go up. Oh, that hurt. Having another Ripper is awesome. Because it's basically doing bonus damage each time. Let's go ahead and heal him up. Grab this item. This is an Hourglass. I call it an Hourglass. I don't know. We've been ambushed. Not a problem. When's the last time plants snuck up on you? I guess it could happen if plants could move, right? Or if a plant grows and you're just in the same place for a really, really long time and you don't turn around and the plant's just growing behind you and then like months or years later you turn around, I guess it could sneak up on you in that case. Technically. More goth chicks for us. the cross. And it looks like there is another chest up here. We can't climb up the waterfall directly. We'll have to go up the stairs first, of course. We cast fire and we don't look back. Beautiful. How much gil we rocking right now? 400,000. All right, we got a monster here. It is a white dragon. Okay, he looks tough. Let's cast fire. That's gonna tame him real quick. He drops no gil, but he gives us a betrayal fang, and he leaves behind the black robe. And now we'll head to these doors. Uh-oh. Someone has been turned to stone. Alright, take the second door here. We go to the next floor. Straightforward. It's Minwoo! He's been waiting for us. Though I've managed to reach the seal, the magic binding, it appears to be extremely strong. I will concentrate every bit of power I have on the door. If it is enough, the seal should shatter. And Maria looks on with concern. Minwoo tells us to stand back. Didn't even introduce himself to Ricard. What a gentleman. Ricard's been with us. I guess we could have introduced Ricard as well, and that would have been, you know, nice of us to do. Anyway, he's breaking the seal on the door with his giant beam of light, which, of course, in typical fashion, is going to weaken him to the point of death. We call out his name, Minwoo. He says, go through the door, you must take Ultima, and that this was his destiny. Do not grieve for him. And just like that, he fades into nothingness, and Minwoo's gone. Our first, you know, fourth party member that we basically started the game with, now dead. At least we got to hang out with him one last time. But we made it to the top of the Mysidian Tower. And up here, you're going to see 5 orbs. We're going to go touch all of them. But we're going to leave the center one for last. The crystal responds, I bestow upon thee the power of burning flame, which increases our party's strength. This one is going to give us the quiet solitude of Earth, which will increase our spirit. This is actually increasing our stats for our whole party. So this is good stuff right here. This crystal is going to give us the swiftness of brisk winds. So what's that? Speed, our agility. And then finally, this one is going to give us the sparkling clarity of water. And that enhances our intellect. And now we go to the middle. Crystal responds, I bestow upon thee the ultimate magic. It's the ultimatome, baby. We got it. And we can now head out. The ultimatome is a powerful spell. It starts out at level 1, just like all spells. And I believe it is scaled to your other stats. Now, obviously, the only person that we could put it on right now, unless we want to forget spells, is Maria, but I'm not going to do that. I am holding out hope that we get Leon back, and that he becomes our ultimate end-all, be-all consumer of the Ultima spell. But that will have to wait till the next episode, because we are done today. It was a little bit longer than usual, but our next episode should take us through to the completion of the game, so expect that one to be long as well. but it'll be worth it. A lot of fun developments will certainly happen now that we have the Ultima Magic, and there's still a couple dungeons left for us to explore. So join us then and subscribe so you don't miss it.